Well, come to Investero. Today we are diving into one of the most important questions every investor has asked themselves at some point. What is the best stock for future investment? The stock market is filled with thousands of companies, each with their own strengths, weaknesses, and unique opportunities. Picking the right one isn't about luck. It's about understanding the fundamentals, market trends, and long-term potential. Investing in the right stock can change your financial life, but the wrong choice can cost you years of growth. That's why today we'll break down some of the most promising areas in the market and the companies that stand out as strong future opportunities. When we talk about future investment, we're really asking, which companies have the ability not only to survive, but to thrive in the changing global economy? Let's start with technology because this sector continues to shape the future in nearly every way. One of the strongest companies to look at is NVIDIA. The rise of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and advanced computing has placed NVIDIA at the center of a technological revolution. Their graphic processing units are not just for gaming anymore. They power AI data centers, autonomous vehicles, and even advanced robotics. With AI demand expected to explode in the coming decade, NVIDIA is positioned as a key player. While its stock has already gained significant attention, long-term investors see this as just the beginning of a larger growth cycle. Another giant worth considering is Microsoft. What makes Microsoft such a powerful long-term stock is its diversification. From software products like Windows and Office to its massively growing cloud business Azure, Microsoft has proven it knows how to evolve with the times. Cloud computing is expected to dominate global IT infrastructure for years to come. Now, Microsoft's share in this industry puts it in direct competition with Amazon's AWS. The difference? Microsoft has additional sources of revenue, like gaming through Xbox, professional networking through LinkedIn, and AI partnerships such as OpenAI. The combination of these revenue streams makes Microsoft a reliable growth stock. Speaking of Amazon, this company continues to be a juggernaut, not just in e-commerce but in technology services. Amazon Web Services remains a leader in cloud infrastructure, powering countless businesses worldwide. While retail growth has slowed slightly, Amazon's logistics, Prime ecosystem, and growing healthcare ambitions show that the company is far from finished innovating. For long-term investors, Amazon provides exposure to both consumer spending and enterprise technology, a rare combination. Another area of growth is electric vehicles, and here Tesla naturally comes to mind. While some critics argue Tesla's valuation is too high, it's important to understand the company beyond just cars. Tesla is not only a car company, it is an energy and battery storage company with ambitions to dominate multiple industries. Its progress in autonomous driving technology and global expansion into markets like China and Europe makes it a company with enormous future potential. Furthermore, as governments push stricter climate policies, the demand for electric vehicles and renewable energy storage will only grow. Tesla remains at the forefront of this transition, but Tesla is not the only ever-related stock to consider. Companies like BYD in China are showing rapid growth and are backed by massive domestic demand. At the same time, legacy automakers such as Ford and General Motors are reinventing themselves with aggressive EV strategies. For long-term investors, having exposure to electric mobility can be a smart move. Now let's shift to another sector that is often overlooked: healthcare. With global populations aging and medical innovation accelerating, healthcare stocks can be strong future investments. A company like Johnson & Johnson continues to stand as a reliable long-term player. Its business spans pharmaceuticals, medical devices, and consumer health products, making it one of the most diversified healthcare companies. But beyond J&J, biotech companies like Moderna are working on groundbreaking treatments and technologies that could transform medicine. The COVID-19 vaccine showed what biotech innovation can achieve, and we are only scratching the surface of mRNA technology. One more sector that will dominate the future is renewable energy. As the world moves away from fossil fuels, renewable energy companies will grow massively. NextEra Energy is one of the largest players in clean energy, focusing on wind and solar power. Its consistent investment in renewable projects positions it as a leader in the energy transition. Likewise, companies like Enphase Energy and SolarEdge are creating the technology that powers solar systems around the world. For investors, renewable energy is not just a trend. It is a long-term necessity driven by government policy, corporate responsibility, and global demand. Another interesting stock to consider for the future is Apple. Many investors think of Apple as simply an iPhone company. But the reality is that Apple has built an entire ecosystem of devices, services, and subscriptions. Its expansion into wearables, healthcare technology, and even rumored projects like augmented reality glasses or autonomous vehicles makes it more than just a consumer electronics company. The Apple brand itself is one of the most valuable in the world, and with its loyal customer base, it continues to generate reliable revenue. But it's not just about picking big, well-known names. Future investment opportunities also lie in companies that may not be household names yet. Semiconductor manufacturers like ASML Holdings, which makes the machines needed to produce advanced chips, are critical to the future of technology. Without them, the AI revolution and the EV boom wouldn't even be possible. Similarly, companies in cybersecurity like CrowdStrike and Palo Alto Networks are becoming more essential as digital threats increase globally. Cybersecurity will never stop being necessary, and companies leading in this area have massive growth potential. Investors also need to pay attention to global growth markets. For example, India's digital economy is expanding rapidly, and companies like Reliance Industries and Infosys could be major players in the coming decades. The rise of middle-class consumers in Asia and Africa will also create new demand in sectors like e-commerce, digital payments, and healthcare. By looking beyond just the US, investors can capture even more growth opportunities. Of course, the best stock for future investment depends on individual goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. Some investors prefer high-growth tech stocks with more volatility, while others look for stable dividend-paying companies that provide consistent returns. A balanced approach often works best. Combining safe blue-chip stocks with a few high-growth opportunities creates both stability and potential upside. It's also important to remember that no stock is guaranteed. Market conditions change, companies face competition, and unexpected events can disrupt industries. That's why research, diversification, and patience are essential. Rather than trying to find the perfect stock, investors should focus on building a strong portfolio that can withstand volatility and still capture long-term growth. In conclusion, when looking for the best stocks for the future, consider companies leading in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, electric vehicles, renewable energy, and healthcare. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Johnson & Johnson, NextEra Energy, Apple, ASML, and others are excellent examples of businesses positioned for the future. The key is to invest with a long-term mindset, understand the industries shaping tomorrow, and not be swayed by short-term market noise. If you can do that, your investments today could be the foundation of wealth for decades to come. Subscribe to Invest